Once again, good afternoon. This is John Verlin with On Demand Advertising Solutions, and hope you're having a great week. I was talking to a gentleman who owns a digital marketing agency this past week, and we confer on every week or so, and he shares with me experiences he's had with clients and that sort of thing. And he was telling me that, it's funny because he said, I have the same kind of issues that you've been having as far as people you talk to and how a lot of them are having a hard time understanding online presence and the need to have social media involved and things like that, which according to a lot of surveys lately, there seems to be more and more businesses are beginning to realize the importance of this, but it's a slow process. And as we were talking, I kept thinking about, okay, let's walk through this. Let's say you've got a business, you're a small business owner, you're a professional, but let's say you're trying to get referrals or meet customers or prospects. So you join a chamber, right? And you go to the chamber meetings and you might, meet a few people, give out a business card or two. And let's say you meet somebody and they're an accountant. And you might need accounting services at some point, so you exchange business cards, et cetera, et cetera. And you go back to your office, and you're just kind of curious. The guy's got, looks like a website, and so you Google, you search, most likely, I would imagine, the name of that business. And then a few links pop up, perhaps. So you click one of them on, and it's kind of a partial website you're going to. The first impression you have of this person is at the chamber meeting. Probably really not only their dress, but the business card, the image. Is it cheap? Does it look good? Do they look good? Are they sloppy? These are all first impressions. And that's usually through, direct contact like that. Now, the second impression, you're going online and you're not finding a whole lot, right? And then when you do click through, broken links, not a lot of content on the website, and you're thinking, well, this guy's an accountant, he ought to be good. But now you've had several different impressions have been formed before you even call him or her. And this is what I call part of the marketing platform. It's the brand perception that is formed online, even after you meet someone, because we no longer just get in the car and go drive over to their office. We do research before we do things, and over 50% of people today are doing this on their smartphones. So doesn't it make sense? You've got to have some presence on the web. And yet, again, how I'm kind of surprised how many professionals, they might have a blog post, a little blog, and that's it. You're an attorney or whoever you are, and you don't have proper online presence. And this is a sort of a comparison here. Let's say you have a store, and you decide, well, I've got enough customers, I'm not really going to fix up the display window. I'm just going to leave it empty. Or just throw a ladder in there, you're not too concerned about the image of the business of walk-in traffic because you've got enough traffic from direct mails you send out. Would you take that approach to it? Well, you've put some money into this. I hardly doubt that you would not be concerned about your storefront and your display window because you want more customers to be induced to want to come in and do business with you, right? So this is the comparison I'm kind of making to this online importance of your marketing platform, because this is where people are going, the processes of checking people out and seeing things and then making decisions even before they even call you. So I'm calling today's podcast 4 reasons why content will help let you own the first page of Google search for your business. And this, again, is image, not to mention the content that might be there, but the fact that the first thing people see when they type in the name of your business what's going to come up? Now, typically, and there are a lot of people who buy links and paid ads. The first 2 or 3 might be some other entity, and then you might have some show up. So here's why this is so important to have content involved in your blog and as part of your website. The content's going to give people a reason to visit your blog. Well, I don't have a blog. I don't have much content. Well, you can give people now a reason to go to it. The content is searchable on Bing and Google, and it will rank your blog post higher and your website higher in searches. The more content you have, Google likes that, and they're going to rank you higher. And by creating this content and owning that first page of searches, and for example, there are businesses I've looked up in my local hometown, and they might have a Facebook business page. They might have a 5-star review, which looks great. That's all wonderful. Clicking on some of the links, they have maybe a Yelp link show up. This can all come about too, by everything from, and one of the things we stress is, have a Facebook business page, a LinkedIn business page, every business page, a chamber association business page, because those business pages will rank, because they're already associated with Facebook or LinkedIn or the chamber, will rank your name higher, your business higher, because they already have a platform established. So these are all things besides your website and blog that you should be involved in, and this is what I call the marketing platform. All the different platforms, an audio platform for podcasts is a separate platform that's going to rank you also. Okay, so if you're listening to this, you can see on this blog post the first page rankings of my business I started 5 months ago and started posting video podcast content on YouTube. You're going to see a Podomatic MP3 platform I use for MP3s only. And these are all links, and you're going to see some of the video links on YouTube. And that's after 5 months. Launched the website 5 months ago. And you type the name of the business in, and this is what people are going to see. Google My Business, all of these platforms, because I've been doing it and promoting it on a regular basis every day in 5 months. Now, there are some businesses I searched in my local community, been around 30 years, and yeah, they have quite a few links, but they're sort of, from an image branding perspective, they're okay. I'm not excited. But when you have video content, audio content, you'll see what I'm talking about if you're looking right now at the Googling My Business. It makes a branding image difference. Nothing wrong with a lot of links and great reviews. That's perfect. But when you add content to that mix, it rounds out the impression, is what I'm getting at. And you're solid. This is why it's so important, whether you're an accountant or whatever you are. I don't need to have, but these are impressions. This is marketing. This is, you're not H&R Block. You don't have a huge brand presence. And this will help build that, is what I'm getting at. So these are 4 reasons why content will create a first page search brand impression that you can be proud of, and you're constantly adding to it to increase that impression. Now, when they click through to those links and they listen to your video podcast and they hear the content and read it and see the videos you've got on there, now they're getting to know you. Does this make sense? This is why the marketing platform is so critical to getting new business and supercharged and turbocharged referrals. Because now you've checked out this accountant and he's got all these different things there, and you're not only impressed with him from day one, but now you've seen all the stuff he's got on there, and it adds a ton of credibility to someone you very well may want to do business with soon, as opposed to a competitor. Now, the flip side of that is you go and search this person, and other accounting firms come up locally, and they have more content or more brand image, web real estate, so to speak. Suddenly, I might want to check these other people out. See how that works? And it's no different than a storefront, really. It is your storefront. It's your online storefront, but it goes deeper than that because of all the content to highlight your expertise and credibility. And we never had this 20 years ago, the capability to show off our capability, but now they can do this, and they are doing it, and they're making judgments, and they're making comments on social media one way or the other. And that you have no control of unless you answer to some of those comments, and you're on that platform. So those are the 4 reasons it pays to have content. It pays to promote yourself through social media, and yes, have a credible website with a blog all tied together, because you're spending money on marketing or advertising or whatever else, and if they get to that point from the radio or TV or magazine ads you're spending money on, or driving over to your place of business, and they do some checking on you, background checking, research, and they're not impressed, you may have wasted all that money, or at least limited the opportunity. So you're going to give people a reason to visit your blog with content. The content's going to be searchable and rank you higher in the search engines, Bing and Google, for example. It's going to allow your first page search to have 8 or 9 different links with content on them that look really good from a brand impression standpoint and the content engagement standpoint when they click it on and go through it and check it out. And it's going to enhance and entertain, and this is the final point, those people who are checking you out, because they can now, if they like the content, they can forward that to people they know. And you just expanded your influence to unknown people by having that content. John Verlin, great to have you with us today. If I can help you with anything, I'm at jverlin1@yahoo.com. You can go to ondemandadvertisingsolutions.com, check out my website, check out this blog post, see those first page rankings after 5 months. You can go ahead and Google my business name, On Demand Advertising Solutions, see what I'm talking about. We'll see you next week.